All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? We're back. We're playing Ace Combat. Hold on. I'm finishing something important. Wait, just a minute. It's very important. For the record. Okay. Hello. Welcome. I think I'm ready now. Maybe. I think I'm ready. Hello chat. Is the music a little loud? It looks a little loud. Just today we're wrapping up, well, the first run of AC0 of, I don't even know, a lot from what I understand. A fair bit, so I've been told, with just the sheer amount of stuff that that is to be done. which, I mean, you know, some of it is like, do I need every medal? Probably not. Will the completionist in me maybe take over? Like, will the brain worms convince me that I need them? Maybe. Time will tell. Anyway, I think now would be a good time to open up the game and get a start. I think we were very close to the end. I think like within a couple, like 3-4 missions, maybe? I don't know. Close. What is the cannon plane? Didn't get all the medals and skins in 5. Well, 5. I was ready to be done with 5. Can also, I don't use, what's it called? Is it retro achievements? Is that the thing that you can like link into Duck Station and PCSX2? I've looked at it for a handful of games. And I feel like because it's a fan-made achievement site, a lot of them are just like unnecessarily difficult. I vaguely remember it's called retro achievements, right? Yeah, this is it. I vaguely remember looking at the like Armored Core Gen 1 achievements that they had and just being like, no. Oh yeah, okay, because here, hold on. I was like, I remember looking at this at one point specifically for Armored Core, and I did. And I remember why I decided not to do this. Because if you look at it, you know, it starts simple and it's like, complete the Raven test and become a Raven. Somehow, 7% of players who have played Armored Core 1 with retro achievements loaded have not done this. I have no idea how, but there's the numbers. And then it's like, complete the Raven test without taking damage. Only available from new game. And it's like, stop terrorist threat. Stop terrorist threat while getting the full 9,000 credits from the bonus, which, if I'm not mistaken, is do it with no damage and use energy weapons so that you don't spend anything on ammo. It's pretty much just that for every mission. Where it's like, do the mission, do it perfectly. Do the mission, do it without getting hit. And it's just, I don't think I need to do all that. A lot of games that I looked at, I remember being like that, where it's just kind of too much. Where are the, oh, I saw the medals. I was about to ask, where are the medals? Oh, can you not see them if you don't have them? Oh, it gives you vague hints. So this is what the wiki is for. Yes, this is what the wiki is for. I'll come back to that then. For hunting down all the enemy MTs on the map. Oh, that's not so bad then. That one specifically. Man, it's been too long, apparently, since I played AC1. Mission 17, are there... How many missions are in 0?
I'll transmit the latest data we've received from the Allied forces. According to this, the dam is protected by an intensive anti-aircraft defense network. To deal with this, the Allied squadron will draw anti-aircraft fire to itself in the skies. Meanwhile, Galm Team will join the Allied squad's Avalon Dam strike team and approach the target at low altitude through the canyon. That's the only way we stand a chance at succeeding. If you destroy the V2 launch control facility, you should be able to stop the weapon.
Yeah, this is the second to last one. I would have known it if you didn't tell me.
With a nuclear warhead.
As soon as he starts talking about V2s.
Will most likely dwarf the damage inflicted by that tactical nuclear attack before. All the Allied forces will be mobilized for this full-scale operation. It seems this war doesn't want to come to an end. We must
seems that way.
Launch. Hurry.
I thought I still had more to go than that. Oh, that's right. It goes straight in from the last one. The Mirage is probably good for this, actually. It's maneuverable, speedy, but also air to ground. Mirage is probably not a bad pick. Definitely better than the A10, for sure. MiG-29 wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, I think it's the Mirage. I think that's what it's gotta be. Give me the fancy air to ground. I'm good. But I was gonna say, like when I saw mission 17 and I kind of had it in my head that I had like 3 to 4 missions left, I was sitting here and I was like, I thought there were less than 20 missions in this game. Like I remember there being less than 20. So I was a little weirded out for a second, but I just had the wrong idea in my head as far as how many missions were left on the first run. The hard mode run. I almost said the normal mode run. But only real casuals play on normal, am I right, gamers? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I haven't flown in a bit. I'm a little... Ooh, I'm a little... What's it? Hard on the stick there. If it's like 5 and he'll be streaming this for ages, I don't know. It's a lot shorter. I feel like the length of any 100% series of mine varies pretty greatly depending on how many tangents I go on. Which there will be a tangent today, by the way. At least one. There's one that I know of. For sure. Do I always make such a mess of it? It's a talent. For sure. I wanted it so bad. I tried. I did know Kingdom Hearts was coming to Steam. I'm not overly interested in Kingdom Hearts, mostly because I am not a big fan of JRPGs. I was under the impression that they were coming to like PC at first. Like I thought that was why it was a big deal. Oh, that's right. Don't do that, Cole. I was still too high. I thought the big deal was that they were coming to PC, but False told me that apparently they've been on the Epic Games launcher for like years already. So it's literally just that they're coming to Steam is all that's like actually new. I thought it was a much bigger deal than it was. I shouldn't have picked anti-ground, but look at that. You see that? I beg to differ. You see that? That was me being stupid. I was trying to change my camera perspective, and I pressed the select button. Like I said, it's been a bit since we've flown. Okay, just like, that's beautiful. I feel like we really picked the best specials. PS2 canyon runs are underwhelming compared to PS1. I would agree. And like afterwards too, to be honest, I forgot to change my missiles back. 94 is fine. I can do this with 94%. Cause like, AC6 had a good one. Assault Horizon had a really good one. And AC7 might have my favorite canyon run. The one with the spotlights in 7 is so good. I feel like PS2, like, on the whole, might just have the weakest canyon runs. Like, if we just look at, like, a grouping of games, like PS1, PS2, handhelds, and, I guess just after that, because we can't really put 7 in a category with other games, so 360/PS3 and AC7 had that one in a bomber. Bro, that mission was actually very good. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Assault Horizon had a really good canyon run of all games. And then the PS2 ones are kind of just like, yeah, you fly in a line. It's a very narrow line, but like you fly in a line. I feel like the PS2 games genuinely just had the weak ones. AC4 has probably the best of the PS2 runs, right? At least off of the top of my head. The one in AC4 where you're trying to escape the Stonehenge fire and you dip down into the canyon, that's a good one. I like that one. It's got curves, it's got stakes, it's a good canyon run. On the AF base, I'm pretty sure, yeah. The nighttime one. Very cloudy from my memory, like very cloudy. Incredibly cloudy even. Yeah, I've never thought about it until you've said it, but PS2 probably just has, on the whole, like the weakest canyon runs in the series, now that I am thinking about it. It's like the one thing that the PS2 trilogy actually is like particularly weak at, now that I'm focusing in on it. The Ofnir fight is good. I feel like the Ofnir fight is kind of annoying to a certain extent. Not like, oh my god, I never want to play this again. But it's the sort of thing that if I die, like, even once, I really am not looking forward to reloading the checkpoint. You know what I mean? Like, if I mess it up even just the one time, I'm already frustrated because I don't want to do it again. It's, like, slightly annoying. It's so weird now that I think about it. Because what other things could you even say that the PS2 trilogy does, like, the worst? I feel like that's genuinely the only thing.
Carry out the new creation of destruction through the power of righteousness.
That voice caught me off guard.
Territories, peoples, authorities, all will be liberated. This is the new state. A world with no boundaries will create.
It's painful. I feel like it is good. Like, once you're used to how it works, it is actually pretty fun. It's just like what I said. Like, once you fail it once, you really don't want to reload and try to do it again.
The world with no boundaries will end.
It can be really frustrating, and it doesn't take long to get there.
The world will change.
All right, I think I'm ready to dip down in there. I did this in cockpit view when I did it for the review. It worked well. I'm kind of nervous to try it in third person, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm gonna do it in cockpit. I feel more comfortable like this. Save states? What are you, a filthy, filthy cheater? What? Save states? No, 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 no. No chatter of mine. I'm just gonna go nice and slow. Slow and steady. We're balling out. I'm doing it. I feel like it's mostly the dipping into the tunnels part that scares me in third person. Once I'm down here, I feel fine in third. It's the actually dipping into here thing. This is good, but this is a tunnel run, not a canyon run. I was about to be like, this is pretty good.
I have to stop them from launching the V2.
Ooh, lack of checkpoint. I mean, that's not just a PS2 thing, but there are seriously some missions across, like there's at least one a game that having no checkpoints makes them really painful. Like AC4 has a couple. AC4, it's just those 2 really long annihilation missions, right? The one, I can't remember the name of it. Someone will, I can't remember the name of either of them, to be honest. Someone's gonna have to help me. But AC4's, the jungly one with all like the big mountains and stuff, and like the little holes with the harriers in them and stuff like that. And then the desert one. Those 2 are just so long. In the middle of AC1's air cleaner mission. Is that the one where you have to like fight off all of the little like helicopters and stuff without falling off? Am I remembering that right? Tango Line. Yes, Tango Line. Thank you. What's the other one? Oh, it's only 1. We're good. There's a plane up there. Oh no, there's a plane down here. What? Hold on. I have a friend to go greet before I shoot this last one. I got 3 minutes and 10 missiles. Oh, I could have gone up through there. Oh my god. Dude, why am I flying like this? There's no reason for me to be playing that risky. Oh god. Who are you? Where are you going? Oh, there's a bunch of aces up here. What the fuck? I got time. Whiskey Corridor, thank you. That's the other one. Yeah, those 2 missions in AC4 are definitely the worst ones. Okay, that's not an ace. I can go back. I'm glad that I popped up, especially because there were 2 of them. Don't do that. Don't initiate that. Should be an exit in here somewhere, right? There should be an opening. I'm not seeing it.
We're confirming the situation. Cipher, agent, stand by.
Oh. That is a teleport. Desert missions in 5. There's a few in 5. There he goes. Just like that.
So, have you found a reason to fight yet?
Yes. Completion. The cutoff on the guitar. Why did that make me laugh? I have such a zoomer brain. Does it just... am I fighting him in the Mirage? Yes. That's fine. I didn't... Okay, now I see why you said I should not have brought air to ground. Hey! Not so bad. We're off to a start. I can bring him down in the Mirage.
I'll run a plane analysis and fill you in ASAP.
He was never that great of a pilot anyway. Ooh, ow, ow! He cheats though.
Those who survive a long time on the battlefield start to think they're invincible. I bet you do too, buddy.
I am invincible. Okay, now he's actually evading. He was really giving me freebies at the start.
Phase 1 analysis complete.
This is a great song.
Can you see any borders from here? What is
Every time.
We're going to start over from scratch. That's what V2 is for.
The Mirage keeps pace with him very well. To be honest, I thought this was gonna be way worse than it is. This thing keeps pace insanely well considering the plane I'm up against. See, now he's going a little fast, right as I say it, of course.
It's pretty ironic, buddy. A couple of dogs like us fighting the last battle. There's no mercy in war. People live and people die. That's all there is to it.
Get back here, you bitch. Oh.
Come shoot me down.
He really kicked it into gear. But I keep my cool. We win these. I'd love the mission if that jousting mission wasn't such a pain in the ass. Or sorry, jousting section. I mean, I've only played it one time, but I never had an issue with the jousting. When will be Project Wingman? I don't know. I don't have a plan for it currently.
This plane is protected by an ECM defense system. Its only weak point is in the front air intake. You'll have to attack it head on. Go, take down Morgan.
I can do this.
Only one who can stop him. Aim the Lord of the Round Table. I pray for your success.
I forgot again about Demon Lord. It is so beautifully edgy.
You and I are opposite sides of the same coin. Galm 1, go for his front air intake. When we face each other,
Ow.
we finally see our true selves.
Ow.
There may be a resemblance, but we never face the same direction.
Come on, Pixie. Oh God.
V2 re-entry in 5 minutes. Try again from head on.
Yeah. Why is he telling me his secrets? Oh wait, that's behind him. Low distance. Damn you. Just trying to use my eyes and not my radar. Fuck. Oh, he's above? Oh, he's there. Never mind.
Now we find out who's number 1.
It's me. For the record.
Re-entry in 4 minutes.
Oh, why did you pull away? I thought that was gonna be it. Look at me! Face me! Oh, he's doing it. Oh, kind of. Not really. What are you doing, man? Why are you flying at an angle like that? It's almost like he knows that if I shoot him head on, it will kill him. Come here. Let me have this. In the Mirage. First try. Turn to face me. I can wait. Ugh. I'm starting to see what you mean, actually, about the whole sometimes he just doesn't want to face you thing. I don't remember him being like this. Oh my god, we have to do it again. I just did, and it worked. It's facing me. It's probably gonna pull away, but maybe. Oh, he's not. That's all it takes. All you need is the Mirage with no special weapons, chat. It's just boom. Boom. It's actually a fun plane to fly, aside from the whole no air-to-air weapons thing. I do like that plane. Surprised you didn't go in an A-10. See, if I had the foresight of it would also be my plane for the boss fight, I might have.
Wouldn't want to keep anyone waiting for you.
If I had thought about it, maybe next time, maybe when we do the expert run, we could do that. I think that's a good idea.
The truth about the war. And this is where his trail ends as well. The impact of the 7 nuclear detonations on the world's psyche was great. Those who witnessed the carnage went on to organize a global arms reduction. Perhaps they were admonishing themselves. Furthermore, the existence of V2 was concealed. The events that occurred after the war faded from people's memories, and these men were also sealed away from history. Maybe this was one path to achieve peace. And here the curtain falls on this story. However, that does not mean their own stories came to an end.
A nation is comprised of the individuals who live in its borders. It can only become a nation when it is supported by those individuals. But mercenaries who cross lines in allegiance for money have no country to protect. They only fight for their own power and fame. But if that was the case, then why did I lose to him?
Skill issue?
Maybe not having the burden of a nation allows you to fly faster.
Or just skill issue.
I bailed out and landed here. The captain was gone. I've lived a comfortable life since then, and I probably have him to thank for that. They ring the bells here at dusk to honor the liberation of the capital. It signals peace, but to me, they are the sounds of death.
Is the man still alive?
I love this guy.
Though I guess it's hard for bad guys like us to die. The real heroes always manage to die first. But guys like him, Solo Wing, and me, we live the rest of our lives in hell. But then again, being alive is proof that we were good.
Why my head extra shiny? No sunlight. It's been storming all day. So all that I have lighting the room is my artificial light that's up shining down right onto my forehead.
Air Force, 9th Air and Land Division, 11th Tactical Fighter Squadron. She is thought to be a survivor of the coup d'etat squadron. She currently earns a living as a dancer.
If the Demon Lord hadn't appeared,
I forgot you were even in this
might have
game.
been different. For me, it wasn't about flying or ideals. Most of all, it was about him, my flight lead. Our mission was to escort the heavy command cruiser that was to act as transportation for the organization. And the Demon Lord appeared, as if to block our path. I will never forget his overwhelming power. One by one, my comrades were shot down. And then the mother bird we were supposed
Forgot how
to
bad the FMVs were. I think it's the... I feel like part of it is the green screening.
Battlefield, and I returned to this city where I grew up. I left the organization too. I never went back to the sky again. There's no meaning there now that he's gone. He died in that fight. But I don't blame anyone. The regret and suffering that remained after that battle were also what he had given me. They're among the precious few things he left behind.
I feel like part of it is the really bad
Anthony
green
Palmer,
screening.
former lieutenant of the Ocean Air Defense Force, 8th Air Division, 32nd Tactical Fighter Squadron. He's been missing for some time.
And also
along with Captain Bristow of
the
same
dubbing.
unit
Now that I
since
know
the
about
decisive
that,
Battle of Valdrike.
the dubbing definitely doesn't help
Captain
either.
Bristow is rumored to be one of the founding members of A World with No Boundaries. Palmer's ties to the captain have led many to believe that he is a high-ranked individual within the group. He currently works for an insurance company based in Aurid, the capital city of Osea.
Demon Lord was right. Everything he touched fell apart. I thought I was watching magic. When I was in the military, they called me an ace too.
Oh my god, that one was bad.
On numerous battlefields.
That line.
I never felt fear toward an opponent.
For a second.
My ideals. I wasn't afraid to take
For the
on
most part,
even an
the
entire
dubbing over
country.
isn't super obvious, but there was a line there that was so crazy
Something felt
obvious.
At first, I didn't know what it was. It wasn't until I noticed my hands shaking on
A
the
CRT,
joystick that I
definitely.
realized it was
Watching them
fear.
on HD screens,
It's embarrassing. Once I felt that,
like even though they are in,
I felt guilt toward my companions.
I can't tell. Is this 480i or 480p?
And I'm sure he's on some battlefield
Regardless.
somewhere fighting even now.
You can
He'll
tell.
always have a place to live.
Who's Bo
Larry
Billingsley?
Palmer, also known as Solo Wing Pixie. Galm Team's number 2, and member of the Ustio Air Force, 6th Air Division, 66th Air Force Unit.
Voice actor
That's
in a
right.
lot of stuff.
This man was his
What would
brother
I know him from?
and his enemy.
Hold on. IMDb. Hold on.
I should have died that day, but I didn't. I dragged my wounded
He
body
voices
to the
Leroy
ground
in Tekken.
detonation.
Hold on, we're coming back to him. He's Leroy in Tekken.
Empty land. I felt an unbearable sadness when I witnessed that landscape. There were still people living there. They were the ones that saved me. It may be true that the world has no need of borders, but would getting rid of them really change anything?
No.
The world won't change for the better unless we trust people. Trust
trust is vital in a peaceful world. But that will never happen. I'm still on the battlefield. Right now I'm near a border.
Oh, when you said jet, you meant from Cowboy Bebop.
What borders really mean, and what their volition really is. I may not find what I'm looking for. But
Okay, so I definitely know this guy.
Anyway, that's what I've come to believe, and I think that's enough. Will he see this video? If you do meet him, give him a message for me. Yo, buddy. Still alive? And thanks, friend. See you again. The Demon Lord of the Round Table. A warrior who soared through the Belkan War, inspiring both fear and admiration. His presence filled the skies for but a few short months before he disappeared. Apart from that, nothing is known about him. I was never able to find out what kind of a person he really was. But whenever they talked about him, they always had a slight smile on their faces. That, perhaps, may be my answer.
Why do Ace Combat protagonists never reappear in later games? I feel like that's a thing that needs to happen. Because, like, let's just say Ace Combat 8, right? You don't have to, like, get them a voice actor, show their face, nothing. Let's just say Ace Combat 8, as, like, a cameo appearance, you just run into Trigger. Like, out of the blue, like, boom, that's Trigger. That's it. That's all you have to see. Everyone would fucking soy jack at the video game for, like, 5 minutes. And that's all you had to do, was name a plane Trigger. Put the logo on it, give them a little intro cutscene. That's all you need to do. And then you have so much goodwill for it. Everyone will love it. Everyone will love that shit. Then you need to make them actual characters. You don't. You could just have like a random appearance mid-mission of them. That's all you gotta do. Just like a little cameo. Like, boom. You know, it's a plain game. They don't need to be central to the story. Just like an appearance. Mobius in AC5 doesn't... It's... That one's... I mean, like, in the main campaign, right? He's in 0 and 7? Where is he in 7? Fuck you mean he's in 7? Okay, I forgot. He is in, he's also in Joint Assault, for the record. I pulled up the wiki, and I forgot. If you didn't know, he actually does make an appearance in Joint Assault. I feel like what you're describing would be lame as fuck. It's like... Whether you get a dogfight against them or like you fly alongside them for a mission, it doesn't need to be like we're making them a core part of the game. Just even having like a little appearance, a little nod to them, like that's all you gotta do. I also don't know what the wiki necessarily means, but in the listed appearances, it has AC 4, 5, and 7. Also VR missions. Great, I'm never gonna play them. Because I don't have PSVR. And then it does list 0, 6, and 7. Or sorry, and Joint Assault. 0, 6, and Joint Assault. But those 3 are listed as not canon. Apparently his appearances in those 3... Well, obviously Joint Assault wouldn't be canon. But apparently it says his appearance in 0 and his appearance in 6. Where does he appear in 6? Apparently they're non-canon appearances. At least that's what the wiki says. I trust them more than myself with Ace Combat lore, for sure. Okay. Ace Combat 6. The name Mobius 1 can be heard being spoken as an Easter egg by one of the Amerian pilots during the opening cutscene of Solumna Peak. That's the appearance in AC6, is there's a mention of him as an Easter egg. His combat with co-op would be cool. They've done it a couple times. I wish they would do it again. Because like Joint Assault is completely built around co-op. And then, what's it? Why can I not think? Infinity as well. But that's like, that's shut down now. Apparently, Joint Assault is very playable in co-op using PPS as PP nowadays. At least so I've heard. I haven't looked into any network stuff, but I hear in general PPS as PP's network stuff is really good. I've just never tried it on literally anything. I considered my buddy who I've gotten into Ace Combat, because people were like, when you do Joint Assault, you should do it in co-op. I considered maybe getting him on the streams to 100% Joint Assault with me. That could be an adventure. It would be his first time playing it. He's not going to play the PSP games outside of that. But I thought that could be a fun idea. Like doing the whole run of Joint Assault in co-op for 100%. That the Armored Core 6 co-op mode came out. Yeah, I've heard good things too. Apparently that's a good mod. See, now I just got to get that same friend into Armored Core. I already got him on the plane game. Now I got to convince him to take the dive into Armored Core. But I think that's going to be a little more difficult. Because to get him to take the dive into the plane game, it took Ace Combat 7 being like $5 on Steam. Armored Core does not go on sale for $5, at least not yet. Probably not for a long time. And by a long time, I mean literal decades, knowing FromSoft, right? Like, none of their games go that cheap. Look at all those ranks. It's kind of a beautiful thing, actually. This is pretty much what happened my first time playing the game, too. I remember the S ranks in this game being practically free. Like, on my first playthrough for the review, I also S ranked almost every mission. It was a pretty big overlap. And I don't know why. Because, like, they're so different, right? It's so weird to me that there is such an overlap between those two fandoms. Dark Souls 2 still only goes down to like 15. Exactly. Like, there's no way that that I can just sit here and be like, oh, well, I'll just wait for Armored Core 6 to be like $5 on sale, and then I'll get him hooked on it. It's just, I'll be waiting for 30 years. It's not gonna happen. That's new. Oh, okay. I was like, where's the Ace Combat 7 appearance? But I realized that the section I was reading was all of his non-canon appearances. Mobius 1, that is. I still had that up. Hold on. Bo Billingsley. Trying to see. He's Leroy in Tekken, so I'm very familiar with his voice there. He's Jet in Cowboy Bebop, chat said. I'll just take your word on it. It hasn't come up yet, but he is an uncredited voice in Ace Combat 7 for Colonel Johnson, who I could not tell you who that is, to be honest. But he's in AC7, apparently. He's in a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that I have never seen. He's in Red Dead 2 as various pedestrian voices. He's in GTA 5 as various pedestrian voices. There's his he's credited for AC0. He voiced Barrett in Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. I have not seen it, but I know of it. Oh, he voices Marvin in Resident Evil Outbreak, as well as a couple other characters in Resident Evil Outbreak. He's in a lot. He's in so much. Holy shit, this list just goes on. But yeah, he's Jet Black from Cowboy Bebop as well. I haven't seen it. Or I haven't seen it on the list yet. I've seen Cowboy Bebop many times. Many times. It didn't come up on the list. I could have scrolled on that list all day. What did I miss? We got hard mode done. I pulled up the ace list. So I think the easiest, well, I don't know. Should I? Shit, this is gonna be a lot to. There are so many aces in this game. Like, what the fuck? Who thought this was necessary? Why are there so many? Hold on, how many are there? Oh my god, there's 168 aces. Oh, he's Mother Goose 1 on the mission where Trigger gets blamed for the president's death. See, if that's what it said on IMDb, I would have known who it was. Yep, 168. But that list is including, like, Pixie. So, that's including the story ones. That's still a lot. Man. Okay. How do I want to approach this? Is the thing. How does the color coding work again? Red is mercenary, green is soldier, purple. I'm looking. This is a lot. This is a lot. They don't call it Ace Combat for nothing. They really don't. Okay. Chat, do you think so? Some of these. Here's the thing. Oh, hold on. Okay, the difficulty dependent ones. Right, only the story aces are based on... Wait, maybe not. Maybe that's not true. That's not true. Okay. Shit. There's a lot. Has anyone in the community made like a spreadsheet of this shit by chance? Like, does anyone have a Google sheet that I can like make a copy of and check them off on a giant list as I do this? Because that would make life much easier. Maybe. I've made a spreadsheet. I found it. I found one. I found one, chat. I'm making a copy for myself. Thank you. Oh my god, the user deleted their account. It's from a Reddit post 4 years ago. But the guy who made and posted this deleted his Reddit account. So I don't know who to thank. Thank you, nameless soldier out there. Here, I'll pull it over so that you guys can get a look at it just real quick. Check this out. because this is pretty extensive. He's really gone through and put in the work for us. Whoever they were, the GOAT. Or got deleted. They might have gotten banned from Reddit, but point being, their account doesn't exist anymore. Look at all this. Dude, they have all the details. Age, gender, nationality. That's not even what I'm here for, but they've got it. They've got it all. They have this giant spreadsheet. And so this, I think my plan of attack will just be, as I get them done, I will put their name in green. Since their name never gets color coded for anything, that will be my checklist. I will recolor the name to green every time I get one of them.
Him? Yeah, I know.
The cutscenes in the background trying to play. SP skins are the only ones you'll unlock when you shoot them down. You get the rest when you complete the game on different ace styles. Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, this will be incredibly helpful, having found it. Oh, black it out. That's actually... that kind of works. The entire row? Is that what you're saying? Oh, it doesn't work entirely, but it could work, certainly, if I just blacked out the whole row. I might actually do that.
Oh, him?
It makes it feel more like I'm like checking off a hit list if I just black out the entire row once I've got them down. Yeah, these don't work because he's got the like the drop down where he's just toggling them. That makes sense. There we go. Fixed it for you. Okay. So with this, there are a bunch of mercenaries, like this guy. It doesn't say here, but like on the wiki list, I can see that for this first guy in the Tiger 2, this Frank Friedrich character, for him to appear, you have to have completed the game once. It doesn't say that here in the requirements, but this is like a new game plus only ace. And he also only appears on mercenary. So would it be easiest to do another mercenary run next? Like just stay in mercenary as we do the expert run to get all the aces from mercenary, and then we can like go to soldier and then we can go to knight. I feel like that might be the optimal way. Because if I do it another way, yeah, I'm gonna like miss some stuff and I'm gonna have to like bounce all over the place. On New Game Plus, you'll start with the path you ended on. Yeah, that's what I mean. It is like for this entire next run, do I want to stay in mercenary so that like because you know, he appears, but surely he's not the only one. Like this guy on... Does it not say what mission they're on? Son of a bitch. He never finished it. He never finished it. Oh. Oh, indeed. How many did he leave? Oh, what, man? I told you. Told me what? Belkan's got him. He was, bro, why do you have the bio for every single one of them and not like the mission and requirements? And these seem to be in order considering that Pixie's at the very bottom though, right? And like this guy who I did just shoot down in the last run, but like, you know, all the way to the very second to last mission of the game, there are style specific aces outside of the story encounters, right? So I think doing another mercenary run will be the move for now.
Oh, him?
And then when we do ace, we can go down to soldier, and then I guess I'll just have to go down to knight for a 4th run to get all of them, right? And to get the last style, and it's definitely better to do it this way, I would think, than to have to like work my way back to mercenary on a 4th run and then get all of them. As far as the missions, oh man, that's time. I could probably left these 3 columns, and like the table on the wiki is complete. This just isn't complete like as a checklist. So I could probably finish this up.
Yeah.
I could finish this up. You can see the aces you got in the in-game records. Hold on. The aces I've got. God damn it. The spreadsheet was supposed to be the savior of the completion journey. In Assault Records? I would have to guess. Yeah. Are these in order with what's on the wiki? These are. Number 38, just to confirm. Number 38 is the A10 Thunderbolt 2. Yep. Okay, I might use this then. I might just use this. It's a bit of a pain, but we'll make it work. Because that spreadsheet is like, I could go through and fill out those 3 columns, but that's a lot. Like genuinely, that's a lot. It would be a service to the Ace Combat community, though. Surely. You know, chat, I think I need the novice controls this time. Hello, Andre. Oh, hold on.
Him? Yeah. I know him. It's going to take a while. It happened years ago. Did you know there are 3 kinds of aces? Those who seek strength, those who live for pride, and those who can read the tide of battle. Those are the 3. And him?
The pain you will feel. What, if I complete the spreadsheet that he left unfinished?
They called Solo Wing Pixie. He was a colleague of the man I seek. 10 years ago, there was a war that engulfed the world. The Belkan War.
It's so realistic, I know.
Was a pilot who
also hello riding.
across
Oh, the
sky
novice controls.
and disappeared from history. He was a lone mercenary who inspired both fear and admiration. He is the man I seek. And so, with the words of Solo Wing,
I'm gonna do a
curtain
soldier
rises.
run.
It was a cold and snowy day.
Because I can get them in free mission, right, chat? I'm changing my plans on the spot, I know. But I can get them in free mission, right?
Listen up. We have a situation on our hands. A major squadron of Belkan bombers has crossed our border, and it's making its way here, to Valet Air Base.
You can. And when I go to play free mission, I can just select what style I want. I think chat said at one point.
Valet Air Base is our country's last line of defense.
Like, I think when you start it, you can just be like, put me in with mercenary version of this mission.
Your mission is to destroy the
Or so I've been told.
and defend our base. Belka's invasion must end here.
I know I'm gonna start as mercenary, but I have to know, like, it's just even off the bat of the first mission, I have to know if I'm shooting stuff down or not. I'll have to course correct pretty hard to get to soldier before mission 3. Yeah. I just know shooting yellow targets for the first like 2 or 3 missions, right? For sure. It's gonna have to happen at some point though. Hold on. Supreme Mercenary Medal? I don't know what that is. Free mission. Let's say, I don't know. Aha. Okay, so that's how it works. What the fuck? Huh? Oh, these don't change based on style. They change based on what team you choose to go with. Okay. Okay. So that's how that works. Her difficulty ranks makes sense. Okay. I know how it works now. Yeah, we're doing a soldier run. Can you suggest some books to read? I can't read.
Yeah.
I've read some good books in my life. There aren't many. I'm so insanely picky about books. I am not a book reader. I don't enjoy reading. Oh shit, my medals. Well, let me fly a mission real quick. Remind me after this. Roadside Picnic is pretty good. I liked Roadside Picnic a good bit. What? Do I buy the jammer plane? I mean, I think we have to, right? Only shooting red targets will make you jump to soldier much faster than shooting green ones too? Really? Not shooting the optional, like not just the neutral, but the optional targets will make it go faster? Yeah, really? That's good to know. Man, this game has so many planes. What is this? Oh, the mercenary colors. Right. I forgot that that's a thing. Where's the prowler? This thing has missiles on it, right? Just to confirm, I'm not seeing any. So I just have to make sure. No? Does it not have missiles? No, it doesn't. Oh wait, it does. It says 66 mix. Never mind. It's got missiles. I'm stupid. I didn't need to ask that. It's right there. It's on screen. It does, but why? Check this shit out. You've never seen a prowler fly like this. You've never seen it. The intro cutscene's gonna be great.
It's starting to come down.
Hell yeah. Look at that thing. Look at that. Look at that beautiful plane. I don't know if the Prowler is in the handheld games, the PSP games. It might be, because I know that the other version of it that's an attacker instead of like an electric interference plane actually is. I flew it a bit when I played them. With the desert camo and the snowy mountains. Oh yeah. This is good. This is why you come to a Chole stream. Right here. Little chubby but no fat shaming here. It's a beautiful plane. I don't know why you're bringing that thing, but you do. Pixie would never plane shame me. Never. He wouldn't. Okay, so only shoot the target planes and it will make progress towards the right faster. Allegedly. Just like that, we're off to a good start. The fuck? Okay, well, he's gotta go. I forgot he would be here. He's gonna have to go. He'll be the one green target. Oh wait, there's two? Okay, he'll be one of two green targets. Is what I meant to say. Where's that other one? You've never seen flight like this. This is high octane action right here. Oh yeah. Should do it with the very first plane. That wouldn't even be that bad in 7, because 7 starts you with the F-16, which is actually a good plane. Uh-oh. I don't know why the F-16 became the starter plane in later Ace Combat games. I still don't really know why they did that. I don't necessarily mind. I like the F-16 a lot, so, you know, just starting up a game and having it was cool. But it was like, why is this the starter plane? So, you know, this is actually going to be the hard part, getting back to the front. It's become standard for the world. I mean, was the F4 standard back in the day? Is that why the F4 was always the starter? Could be. Come on. I see them. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we do. Very quality pilot. I'm not saying it. I won't. I'm not saying it. You can't make me. You can't make me. All right. Maybe we do it in cockpit mode this time. This cockpit is really something, man.
Orders from Galm 1. Free engagement is prohibited during this operation. Roger. Awaiting your orders, Cipher. Your Galm
This is something.
All units prepare to engage. Cipher, I've heard
I'm gonna have to do the aces again. I'll just save my qualms for him. Because I kind of wasn't thinking about the aces last time. There's one. Oh, that's a beauty shot. You love to see it. Quam. I don't know why this thing has quam, but I'll take it.
Second enemy bomber down. Stay sharp out there. Looks like they want to finish us off.
I don't know where the other ace is gonna pop up. Oh, there it is. Come on.
I'm gonna come out on top today. Watch out, the enemy's locked onto you.
Beautiful. That's just how we do it here on the Chole channel. That's just how we do it. Simply. There we go.
I'm gonna earn every penny of that money today. Missile, break! Watch out, the enemy's tracking you on radar. Galm 1 just snagged a bandit.
Oh, there you are.
Looks like Galm 2
There.
sealed the show again. Sweet kill.
Is it above me? It is above me. This cockpit sucks, by the way. There's also an Aces spreadsheet on Acepedia. There is? How did I miss that? Machine gun job, please.
Come on, Pixie, leave a few for us, will ya? Evasive action, missile! Looks like we're one they bargained for. There's only one left.
Only one left. That's all it takes. Nothing quite like a good old Prowler run, am I right, boys? Little air to air in the Prowler. It's just what we do here. It's just how we roll. Simply.
I'm sure the Belkans realize that by now, too. Cipher, I got a feeling you and me are gonna get along just fine. Buddy.
Looking at you, Armored Core Wiki. Hey, man, I bitch about the Armored Core Wiki all the time.
Team, you have permission to land.
Where's the spreadsheet? Oh, I have to land? Oh,
It all started on that snowy day.
never mind. We're good.
My first impression was
Where's the
he
spreadsheet?
had potential.
I don't see it. Are we on the new Acepedia or the old one? Which Acepedia are we on? Because I'm on the old one. So that might be the problem. That's the fandom one. Here we go. let me at least turn the display off while I'm trying to find this. 'Cause I cannot see it anywhere. Scroll down, like into the comments. I don't see it. I can't find it. I scrolled the whole wiki page through the comments. I don't see it. I can't find this.
Thanks to you, Belka's attack on Valais Air Base has failed. Your efforts will not go unrewarded. Your actions may well decide who wins the Belkan War. I, for one, will be counting on you.
And A6, huh? I must have missed something. AC-7's first missions have MiG-21s and F-4s as enemy fighters. It would have made sense to have them as a starter plane. I would agree. I would agree. What was it? AC-6 was the first one to do... Oh, EA-6.
War is shrouded in mystery.
It was AC-6 that first did the...
After the peace accords, a
What's
portion
that?
of the records was finally released.
The F-16 is the starter, right?
Wanting more details, I acquired information from unknown sources. There was a reason for my obsession. The roots of the war lie in the Belkan Federal Law Review that took place in 1988. Belka, suffering from economic strife, permitted its eastern territory to secede. And the Republic of Ustio was...
Okay, yeah, so I got both of the aces that were there for me.
Belka's economic troubles did not subside. Meanwhile, taking advantage of the situation, the world's superpower, Osea, continued to flourish. Amidst the economic panic, an extreme right-wing party took power within Belka, aiming to restore strength and stability to the nation. And on March 25th, 1995, with the discovery of natural resources in Ustio, Belka began to invade its neighbors. It was the beginning.
Chat, can I be real for a second?
War.
The new Ace Combat Wiki
Unprepared,
kind of sucks.
Each country fell quickly before the...
I'm not gonna lie, the fandom wiki is just way better. Like, it's put together so much better.
In just a few days, they occupied all territories except for the mountain range.
It's actively difficult to navigate the new one compared to the fandom one.
On a joint operation between Osea and the foreign mercenary forces.
I'm trying to even like get to the Aces page for AC0.
I noticed a strange similarity in the materials I gathered.
I'm struggling. I can't seem to find it.
About a mercenary, all followed by the code word demon. But most of the information was incomplete. Still, I was
Oh my god, I got it. I got it.
I decided to pursue the history of the Belkan War through this
We're
mercenary.
in, maybe? Is there a spreadsheet linked here?
Something there. Would it be the hidden truth behind the war, or just another battlefield legend? I wasn't able to meet the mercenary himself. Actually, it's questionable if he ever did exist. But thanks to some old friends in the military, I was able to track down several individuals who knew him.
I don't think so.
Soloing is one such man.
Takes some getting used to. Well, I was trying to search for it, but if you type, like if you search aces and you just hit enter, it brings you to mission 27 of Ace Combat 5. Like immediately. It doesn't bring up search results. It will just bring you straight to the page for the AC5 mission. So it was a little hard to find my way to the Aces page because I couldn't just search for it on the new wiki.
All heavily guarded by the Belkan Armored Corps. Securing this route is critical to Ustio's attack on the Belkan forces. Destroy the Belkan ground units blocking passage along this route, and secure the supply line between our forces and the Osean army.
I hope Belka won't be the bad guys again. What are you, a Belka sympathizer? What is this? What are you talking about? What do you mean you hope they won't be the bad guys again? They are the bad guys. They're just the Ace Combat bad guys. That's who they are. Come on now. I've only been here for like 7 months, but like I'm there already. You know, I've put it together. They're just the bad guys. They're just the bad guys. We found the traitor. We did. The spy. We found another one. Belka sympathizer. God damn it. And to be honest, the new Aces page, like the new wiki one, it has a couple things that are, oh no, never mind, that's on the old one too. I just didn't notice it. It's just not as convenient as the old one. Like I'm trying to get with the program here with the new AC wiki, but I feel like they're still putting it together. I feel like it's just not as fleshed out as the old one, simply. Yeah, I was using the sidebar links, but trying to get to the Aces page directly was still tricky, because like just getting to the AC0 page is one thing, but then from there you have to try to find the Aces using links in the pages, because you can't just like directly search for it there still either. So I had to like try to think of where I could get a link to the Aces page from the main page. But I'm here now. I found it. And I think I'm just going to go back to the other one. I was hoping that maybe it would be easier to find the spreadsheet there, but I'm just not finding it on either of them. I went back through the old one again and I still don't see it. It's just not there. I'm 1,500 short. I could fly the Prowler again. I could. Don't think I won't. Where's my ace style at? I didn't even pay attention. Where do I just see my style? Wait, number 0. Oh yeah, that is how it is on the wiki too. That's so weird. Why is it number 0? That for a second I was like, wait a second, something's missing. But no, it starts at 0 on both. Okay, mission 2 starts at number 5. Starts right here. There's gonna be a boy with a fish bed that goes right here. Then there's a couple more like style dependent ones. And there will be one in a Mirage that's a general non-style dependent one that should appear. How can a plot be good if it's always Belka behind everything? You're trying to bait my spicy takes out of me again. My takes that that upset people. I don't think that that really any of the Ace Combat plots are all that deep or even well written for the most part. They're all pretty straightforward, like simple, like we got good guys, we got bad guys, and they always have some good like lore in the background. I feel like the lore is where Ace Combat excels. But in terms of like actual like direct plots in the games, I feel like it's kind of a weak point for a lot of games in the series. That... Okay, so that's tempting me. I have to say. That's kind of spicy. That's kind of nice. What the heck is X-Defiant? It's that new COD killer that Ubisoft put out. It's a free-to-play FPS game that is made to it's made to be kind of like what COD was like pre-Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So like if you played like Black Ops 1, MW3, Black Ops 2, like that kind of era of Call of Duty, it's that. I played a little bit of it last night because I had to check it out. I was curious. And it's solid. It's pretty fun, actually. They shadow dropped it though. I have no idea why. They advertised it a lot back in the day. Like when it was in development, they talked it up a lot, but then it got a couple delays where they were just like, yeah, we're not quite ready yet. And then a couple days ago, they just randomly shadow dropped it. Like no heads up, no marketing. It was just like, boom, it's out. You mean good? Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's not like this amazing game. You know, it's a Call of Duty. Like if you played like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, like you know what I'm saying? Where, you know, they're not like pinnacles of game design by any means, but they're really fun games. Just like, you know, you get back from work and you boot it up and you play it for like an hour before you go to bed or something, and like, yeah, it's fun. The big selling point, they are very directly and like unashamedly trying to compete with Call of Duty with it. And their big selling point is that they are not using skill-based matchmaking outside of the ranked playlists. Like that's their big, that's how they're getting all the COD fans on board. And you know what? It worked. Because as soon as I heard that, I was like, dude, an old like arcadey Call of Duty game that's free and doesn't have me going up against like the sweatiest players just because I'm half decent at the game. Count me in. Like, yes, please. And I played it a little bit with a buddy of mine last night, and we had a fucking blast for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I think. Who the fuck is a Gluic? I don't know. Uh-oh. Which game is that? X-Defiant. Ubisoft's new free-to-play. If you liked old school Call of Duty, I would give it a shot, especially it's free. So the only thing you stand to lose is a little bit of your time if you try it out, right? This guy is so screwed. There are the aces. I was skeptical, especially because it was Ubisoft, like, going in, but like I said, like, they were talking up all this, like, yeah, there's no skill-based matchmaking. It's actually made to be, like, a casual game. Ubisoft heard, game ignored. I know. I hate Ubisoft more than most people, even, I would say. But, like, you know, when they put out something good, I gotta say it's good. It's good. The monetization is a little aggressive on it, but you know, it's cosmetics and, like, you know, I don't need to buy any of it. I'm not going to buy any of it. If you don't know me well enough to know already, I don't buy cosmetics. I hate microtransactions so much. I hate it so much. So, like, am I gonna buy the battle pass? No. Am I gonna buy any, like, skin bundles? No. I'll play the game. The game's fun.
The mission was a success. Passage along Route 171 has been secured.
I'm sorry, that's how much progress I made towards Soldier on the last run? On the last mission? I remember it being a round-based competitive game. There is a ranked... Oh, wow, that was a massive difference. Okay, actually, we might be fine. I was like, is that... Am I going to spend half of the campaign just getting back to Soldier? But no, that... Much better. Much better. I'm a fool for Tekken. I'm a fool for nothing. I don't buy shit. You can't sway me. Ubisoft used to be good with Prince of Persia. Apparently the new Prince of Persia is really good. Like, I've even heard people saying, what's it? I've heard people saying that it's one of the best Metroidvanias in, like, the last 10 years.
Head Operations has issued an emergency order for a reconnaissance mission.
It's apparently really good.
You will be monitoring the airspace B7R, currently under Belkan control. Strong opposition is expected by enemy squadrons, and the presence of a magnetic field has been detected, which may interfere with...
Get the same aces.
In short, this will not be a walk in the park. The B7R airspace is located...
There's gonna be another one too. There's an additional one.
Where many conflicts have been fought in the past. You're authorized to engage enemy planes upon contact.
Yeah, New Game Plus, you get, like, an additional ace for every style. Not even Eddie? Eddie's different. Eddie is character DLC. When I say microtransactions, I'm talking, like, the Tekken Pass or the Tekken Shop. Like, if I'm paying just for my character to look cooler, I'm not paying for that. I'm just not. The one thing with X-Defiant, like, that was actually, like, a gameplay thing, is the game seems a little on the grindy side, but only really if you want to, like, unlock everything. Right? Like, I think in, like, 40 minutes of playing, I got my gun to, like, level 3. But I think you get all the attachments by, like, level... I'm trying to remember, because I looked at it, but I wasn't, like, studying it, right? I think you got all of the attachments by the time that you get to, like, level 40 on a gun. And, the gun levels go up to, like, 100, but past, like, 40 or something around that, you're not getting attachments anymore. At that point, you're just getting camos the more you level up a gun. So it's like, yeah, if you want to get gold camo on every single gun in the game, you're going to be grinding for an eternity. But if you aren't, then it might not be that bad. I don't know. I only played a little bit. Didn't seem terrible, but it seemed like it was like, okay, there's a little bit more of a grind here than in, like, an old school COD, but nothing, like, insane. Yeah, I'm using the Acepedia list. Hold on. I just have to pull it up every time to remind myself that I'm making progress. So we're gonna have to fight these goobers again. But then right here, I can use my mouse. Benefits of PC. Pretty in line with modern CODs. Oh, you know what's really weird? The camos, the mastery camos for weapons are only tied to the weapon's level. There are no challenges, which I'm kind of mixed on. Cause like, I like having camo challenges, like something specific that it's like, yeah, go do this thing. And then you get like this direct reward. Like you get this camo for getting like 50 headshots with this gun, right? Like that's cool. I like that shit. On the other hand, COD since like, oh man, when did it get bad? Since like Black Ops 4 was probably the first game where the camo grind got pretty bad. No, Black Ops 4 wasn't that bad. Black Ops 4 wasn't that bad. Modern Warfare 2019 was the game that shit the bed and made it awful to grind camos, right?
It was the grand stage where we pilots
I don't like that. I like I'm trying to think. Like Black Ops 2, I'm pretty sure back then to get a mastery camo, like all you really had to do was like get 75 headshots with the gun and then boom, you've got gold.
The only rule of engagement.
At least that's how I remember it. I might be wrong. Well, that's how I remember it.
This is Eagle Eye. Penetrate B7R and get a feel for the surroundings. Galm Team, roger. This kind of job is what we're all about.
I like that. I like when there's challenges, but it's not like, you know, Modern Warfare 2019 where it's like get 1,000 kills and then get like 200 headshots and then get like 100 double kills and then get like 200 kills while crouching and get like 50 kills where you put the barrel of the gun up the guy's asshole and then you shoot him and then get like 10 kills where you specifically shoot him in the toes. I don't like that. Like, give me a little challenge where I like get a little direct reward for it, but don't make it obscene, right? There's a middle ground there. I feel like with the way that X-Defiant's doing it, where it's purely weapon level based, there's a solid chance that it could just be a really boring grind past a certain point, because you're not really like doing anything specific, if that makes sense. Like you don't have any specific thing to work for and then tell your mom to call me. It's the camo challenges in the last like 5 years of Call of Duty got ridiculous. But back in the day, I liked it. I liked the way they used to do it, for sure. My worry, I guess, is that if the gun grind, like leveling up guns, like I said, I played for like 40 minutes and I got my M4. I used it the entire time, by the way, to like level 3 in like 40 minutes. And I'm not the greatest COD player of all time, but I played a lot when I was younger, so like I'm pretty decent. So like, I was getting high scores. I was getting kills. I was playing objectives. I was getting the XP, certainly. And I only got to like level 3 on my gun in like 40 minutes. So it seems slow. So the idea of, you know, I want gold camo on this gun. And by the time I get to like level 40, I have every attachment for this gun. And then after that, I just have to take it all the way to level 100 with no like reward or anything in the middle. Nothing to specifically like aim for in the middle. I just have to use the gun that much. And then once I'm at the very end, I get it. Like, it seems like it might get boring. I could be wrong, but I think it might get boring. That doesn't sound like the most thrilling mastery grind to me. Oh God. My beloved flanker. I also love a good flanker, personally.
Galm Team, penetrate B7R airspace.
May I request a Mirage for the next mission? Perhaps. We did. I think we got an ace camo for it on mission 2. So I think that's a good reason to whip it back out, right? This game definitely shines in the replay, right? I'm already feeling like, if you're someone who wants to just sit here and like replay an Ace Combat campaign over and over and unlock everything, there's so much to unlock in this game. Like, so much.
Galm Team, we cannot authorize a retreat. Intercept them.
I could do that.
This is gonna cost you extra. Mercenary dogs.
Check this shit out. How many do I get? Oh, it's only gonna get hits. I hit, I think, 2 of them. Off to a good start.
One plane down. Looks like we underestimated them. Enough playing around. I'll drive them into the flames. Locked on.
Uh-oh.
Missile launch.
Cool. You guys see? Oh my god. Okay, no one is going to have seen this. Okay. You guys, I've talked about it before. There's that Ocarina of Time PC port, right? That's amazing. Like, the game plays in 60 FPS, native widescreen, where instead of stretching the game, they just actually made the camera FOV wider. A bunch of, like, built-in, like, they have a built-in randomizer. If you want to play the game with a randomizer, you literally just, like, when you make a new save game, you just set the setting for randomizer. And it's like a full custom, like, you can tweak all the settings on the randomizer that you would expect to be there. Looks amazing. Yeah, I've played through it fully, front to back, like 3 times through that port, because it's just that good, right? Last night at like 8 p.m. my time zone, get this, waiting, I'll come back to the banhammer. I will tell you, they can't banhammer it. Legally, they have 0 ground to, but I'll circle back to that. The team, one of the guys who works on it last night in their Discord server where they make like PC ports of these old N64 games, in the announcements channel, he posted a screenshot of the like dawn of the first day, 72 hours remain from Majora's Mask. So I'm pretty sure that in like 2 days, they're dropping the PC port for Majora's Mask. I'm like 90% sure. Because I know that they've been working on Majora's Mask for like 2 years now. And then he just randomly posted that image in the announcements channel last night. So I think the Majora's Mask port is coming out in like a few days.
Well done.
But the port requires you to have a copy of the original game to work. The port is simply a reverse engineered, essentially, it's not source code, but it's the reverse engineered script of the game pretty much. Right? You need to own an original copy of the game to load with the script for all of the assets and stuff to actually appear. So Nintendo, because it's a mod, can't cease and desist them, can't take them to court over it. Because you need to have an actual copy of the game to play it. Nintendo, and trust me, with how like popular this port is, and it's been around for more than 2 years, if Nintendo had any grounds to, they would have taken it down already. They just don't have grounds to. It's like how they can't take down Project 64 or Dolphin. Like, Nintendo, if they get the chance to take something down, will take it down as fast as they can. If something stays up, it's because it can be up. Do they have a Patreon? They do not have a Patreon. They are gaining absolutely nothing financially for doing it. They're doing it completely for free. Is there a Tears of the Kingdom PC port? No. No. I mean, you can play it on like Yuzu or Ryujinx, and I've seen people playing it on there, but no PC port. Only through emulation. We're still mercenary, by the way. I should not have shot the targets. I thought we would be fine. That was my bad. I should have known better.
Offensive campaign number 4101 will be
we did get one more ace, though.
First,
for this one, I need to take the second path. Is X Defiant not on Steam? It is unfortunately only available through Ubisoft Connect if you're on PC. I had to install Ubisoft Connect to my computer last night, and it was one of the most painful things I've done in recent memory.
This is an escort mission, whose objective is to protect the naval vessels in Osia's Third Fleet, including its state-of-the-art aircraft.
That's the mistake the Yuzu devs made. Yeah, the Yuzu devs got because not only because of the Patreon, but through the Patreon, you were able to get access to an exclusive Discord server, and in that exclusive Discord server, they had game dumps available for download, which I didn't know about until after the case ended. But they had that apparently. So they were literally paywalling game dumps of Switch games. No shit, they got taken down, right? Nintendo, see, they're getting value. Yes. Major oof. Yeah, apparently that was the big thing that got them actually like taken to court. Cause for a long time I was like, I don't understand why Nintendo's taking them to court. They have like, they can't actually do anything. And then like they actually settled, and I was even more confused. But then it came out that they had that Discord channel. Well, it didn't come out. It kind of became like common knowledge. Like, obviously, people knew, it's just, it wasn't commonly known. Like, I didn't know about it. Here, before this next mission, I said there would be a rant today. Or not a rant, but a tangent. And so speaking of, since I have this poll up, right? Let me pull over the review series poll for you guys again. Because things have shaken up yet again. Shaken up, I would like to say, within my predictions of what I said like a week ago when I started polling the Metal Gear audience. I think last Thursday was when I said X, Y, and Z is more than likely going to happen. Trust me. And most people in chat were like, yeah, that makes sense. But some people were like, I don't know, man. But I was right. You guys ready to see what's happened? Allow me to show you. This will make the most sense if you've been keeping up with me talking about this. Yakuza's still in the lead by a good margin. That has not changed. Within my prediction, just wait. If you've been with me, keeping up with all this nonsense, right? You'll know that Halo was second place for the longest time, months. But when I started polling the Metal Gear audience, Resident Evil, Zelda, and DMC, none of which were in the top 5 previously when I was only polling the Ace Combat guys, all started to like creep up. All became top 5 contenders. And I said last Thursday, I believe, I said, Yakuza's still up top. Halo is getting more votes. But none of these 3 were in the top 5 before. So I'm telling you, at the very least, I think these 3 are all going to top Halo as like 2nd, 3rd, 4th place. And I think any of them could become the 1st place winner, given like another month of polling, right? And so here we are. Resident Evil is now 2nd place. It pulled ahead of Halo this morning. It's up. It's still up. Zelda is tied with Halo for 3rd place currently. But again, this wasn't even in the top 5 before. So like, this is going to continue to outpace Halo, if you ask me. And then DMC is getting real close. It's only 3 votes behind now. My predictions are coming true. And like I said, give it another month at this kind of pace. And I definitely think that at least right now, Resident Evil might go up there. And I've talked about Resident Evil is kind of a scary one because of the amount of spin-offs. Because Resident Evil is like, dude, when Resi drops a mainline title, it's always at least a good game. Minimum, it's a good game. Like, the worst mainline Resi games are good video games. They're just not great compared to the rest. At best, they're like some of the best games of all time, right? RE2, RE4, the common contenders you hear thrown around for like best game of all time. But then there's all the fucking spin-offs. There's all the spin-offs in the Resident Evil series. Especially in the late 90s, early 2000s, they went spin-off crazy. And there are so many insane Resident Evil spin-offs out there. Ooh, that's nice. Nice to see Stalker up there. I love Stalker, personally. Big Stalker fan. How many spin-offs? I could look. Here. I'll just throw the list up for you guys. So, everything in bold is a mainline entry. Everything else is a spin-off. So, like, you know, you got the original trilogy, and then you've got Survivor, which, if you don't know, this is a first-person shooter. So, you know, if you don't already know your Resi spin-offs, that's a thing. And then after Code Veronica, they did a Code Veronica spin-off for Resident Evil Survivor. Right after that, they did Resident Evil Gaiden. This is a Game Boy game. This is Resident Evil for the Game Boy. They did Remake and they did Zero, and then they did Dead Aim, which I actually can't remember off the top of my head, unfortunately. And then they did Outbreak 1 and 2. These are FPS like RE7? Not really. FPS, but like actually, what's it? FPS, but like actually action oriented. Like, it's not really a slow-paced horror game anymore. It's like actually, it's a shooter, like for the fun of it, for the action. Metro is on there, and I'm also a Metro fan. I recently saw someone say that Metro Exodus was the worst Metro game, and I just about had an aneurysm over it. Random side note. It's just, I saw that like a week ago, and I need to let you guys know how upset I was. Anyway. Outbreak 1 and 2 are like the OG, like, you know, the original trilogy, Remake, Zero. Like, it's that kind of style of like fixed camera survival horror game. But you played it over network play with a group of, I think, 5 people, where you're all like moving around these really large open maps, like collecting items, taking out enemies, using your resources, finding key items, and solving puzzles like together. So it's really interesting. Umbrella Chronicles is a light gun shooter. I can't remember what Deadly Silence is. Umbrella Chronicles is a light gun shooter. So is Darkside Chronicles. Darkside is pretty much Umbrella Chronicles 2. There are so many Resi spin-offs that are so far from what the mainline games are like. I think there's a stain on your screen. I'll fix it. There. And also, while we're at it, actually, that one's not so bad. I'll fix that too. We don't talk about that either. Yeah, there's a lot of spin-offs for Resident Evil, and a lot of them are really out there and crazy. The non-Redux versions and their performance issues. Yeah, the non-Redux Metro games that looked like ass and ran like ass. I have the original versions on Steam because I had them before they did Redux. And man, I remember playing the non-Redux games on an old PC, like at the time. And it was like a mid-end PC at the time. And those games ran like shit. And they didn't even look good. Like for the time, they didn't even look good. They looked bad even for when they came out. And they just ran terribly.
Eliminate the threat north of the canal.
Redux really saved that. The Metro games. Even on my hardware, it runs terrible. Is there just like some massive issue, maybe? Like maybe they just run terribly on literally anything because of some back-end problem? Like, I don't know. There we go. I was like, where am I? Oh. Hold on. I got so sidetracked there. Aces. There's gonna be 1, 2, 3 aces on this run. Originals had a more horror vibe. Yeah. I don't know, man. When I saw someone say that Exodus was the worst Metro game, and you know what they said about it? When I was like, the fuck? Who's your dealer? I need to get into contact with this guy. Like, I need whatever he's selling, right? You know what they said? They said that the pseudo, like the semi-open world ruins Metro Exodus. And I gave up at that point. I really wanted to be like my brother in Christ. You can not engage with anything outside of the main story. Because, like, you know, at multiple points in Exodus, it does open up like a little semi-open world. But it's like you can just not engage with it if you don't like it. For the record, Last Light is the worst Metro game. And we all know it. We all know it. Like, if I had to pick a worst one, Last Light is the weakest one. For sure. Wow, I'm gonna fly into the ground. Not as oppressive. Yeah, I can see that. Exodus is so good, though. I never played the DLCs for Exodus. I heard they were pretty all right. I think there was one that was supposed to be like really good, actually. Open world inside the Metro network would feel amazing. That would be cool. Hold on, where are the aces at? There's supposed to be a bunch of them. Are there spawn conditions for them? We'll take 2, thank God. Ah. I need to restart the mission. They spawn after all naval targets are destroyed before the ground targets. I should have read that more closely at the start. Do I have to play all the previous games to understand the story? You don't have to, but you really shouldn't skip them. Like, it's rare that you need to. But Metro is a very story heavy, like it, you play it for the story. for the most part. The gameplay's solid. You're mostly there for the story and the world, though. Oh god. I had the target. There we go. Oh, I'm going too fast. I gotta cool it. Not the first time today I've done that. Just zipped right by my target when I thought I would be able to get it. I do it.
Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
Wait a second, I could just... This would make my life a lot easier.
Radar lock. Galm 1, missile evaded. Cipher, don't underestimate the...
Is that gonna target all three? Yeah, fuck it. What else was I gonna use these for? Where's the last one? There it is. Was last light that bad? It's not like it's bad, but it's just like very noticeably the weakest of the three. It's just not as good as 2033, and it's like, I mean, it really, for all intents and purposes, is 2033 in terms of just the game, but just like the story and the levels and stuff aren't as good. And then Exodus, you know, I don't like the story as much in Exodus, but everything else in Exodus is really good. Is that gonna, okay. I was like, is that actually gonna hit me? I was about to lose my mind. Is this a target? This is, there's just so much. Which one are you? Is it you? I think it's you. It is you. It's hard to pick out the targets here. Oh my god, especially when I can't lock onto anything. Yeah, my favorite Metro game is Exodus, but that's... I'm a gameplay guy more than anything. So Exodus, like for me, just kind of wins by default because it's like, well, yeah, I'm not exactly playing Metro for the gameplay, but being the one Metro game that you could just play for the gameplay, it kind of just wins by default for me. Like, of course I was gonna like it the most out of all of them, right? If you play Last Light or 2033 for the gameplay, I don't think you're gonna have a great time. If you play Exodus for the gameplay, I think you'll have a great time. I think you'll have a real good time. Lock onto whatever's in front of you. How has it taken this long for anyone to tell me this? Is that really? No, it's not.
Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
Man. At least not here. I love all three for the gameplay. 2033 and Last Light are so janky though.
This should make your next operation a whole lot easier.
About the bore site for weeks. L3, is that what this is? I accidentally activated this earlier when I was fighting Pixie. Zero is the only game in the series that has it. All right. I missed an ace. Where the fuck was the third one? God damn it. He spawns on every run of the game. Like, he's not style dependent, but where was he? That's what we like to see. You know what I don't like to see? A C rank because I didn't shoot anything. I hate that I had to do that for 4 missions to get all the way down to soldier again. L3. Got it. Biggest complaint that people have with 7 is that it's hard to select the enemy you want. Bro, that's probably like my biggest gameplay complaint with every Ace Combat game. They all have that problem. And I don't understand, like, how the lock-on works in Ace Combat. Because it seems like when you press the switch target button, you would want it to select whatever's closest to the center of your screen, right? I feel like if I were making a game like this, that's how I would script it, at the very least.
This operation will play a critical role in Bustio's liberation. Your mission is to provide support for the airborne troops. Destroy Belka's surface-to-air defense network and all interceptor aircraft.
You always select the exact thing in front of you. Yeah, why is it not always just like that? Why does it not have a script to get whatever's closest to the center of your screen when you press the button? Because now that I'm thinking about it, it's almost like frustrating that it doesn't work like that. It's like, how many games did we make and we still haven't just made that the default? Like, huh? Even Project Wingman has a similar issue on targeting. How? How? Because, like, not to be the guy. I mean, at least when I'm this guy, it's not like average YouTuber who's this guy. But like, the math for that is not that hard to get. It, like, scripting wise, it's not hard to figure out which target that's on screen is the closest to the center. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but it takes like 30 minutes, and just, I mean, you have to understand what you're doing to like even approach it. But like, it's not that hard. If you do know how to do it, it takes like, I mean, it would take less than 30 minutes. 30 minutes is like even giving some buffer room for bugs and stuff. If you know how to do it and you sit down to do it, it takes like 15 minutes to write it. And then whatever like small little issues pop up, you fix those in like another 15 minutes and boom. Not to be that guy. You get camera vector, get targets on, or get all the targets, figure out which ones are within the camera view, and then find the distance from that to the center of the screen. And then whichever one has the lowest number, you select that one. Boom. Write that out, takes like 15 minutes. I'm not the fastest scripter either, so it might even not take 15 minutes for some people. Oh, no, don't quit. Don't quit mission, but I do want to look at my aces list because it makes me feel like I'm doing something. These are the guys we just got. These fellas. Progress is happening. Slowly but surely. This screen's not looking bad at all, gotta say. 5 sometimes has you lock onto the same target twice in a row. I don't understand. And yes, meanwhile, Armored Core devs trying to figure out twin sticks. Sometimes there are really things in like long-running game franchises that just make you go, how did it take this long? How did we... And in some cases, like the Ace Combat thing is like, how are we still not there? We're pushing 30 years, you guys. If Ace Combat 8 doesn't have it, I'm going to lose my mind. There will be a rant. If AC8 doesn't have something like that, I'm going to lose it. Like, if I'm playing Ace Combat 8 when it comes out on stream, and I start pressing the target button, and it's not targeting whatever I'm looking at, we're gonna do the whole rant again. Or I'm gonna start talking about vectors and all that again, too. We're doing all the techno babble bullshit. That's what I'm trying to say. There's an F-16 that will spawn now that we're on expert. And there is a F2 and F2 that should spawn because we are in soldier. Remind me 35 years. Oops. I forgot my mercenary skin. It's important. At least had you lock onto the thing closest to the center. Did they have it? Because that's going to make this even crazier. Is that actually true? Did they have it working like that? It's been so long since I played them, I wouldn't know. At least I can shoot things now.
First, attack any anti-air troops positioned at our parachute unit's drop destination.
You bitch. Why would you do this? You bastard.
Get your asses in gear, people. You gotta jump or you're of no value to this unit.
Can anyone confirm or deny the air combat and Ace Combat 2 lock-ons working like that? Any third party willing to back this man's claims up? Oh, he was behind the hill. God damn it. We are the best. Shoot that tent. But not the other tent. The other tent can stay. Chole's chill with that other tent. That first one had to go, though. Oh. Oh, we never looked for the, to see if we got the Supreme Mercenary, was it called? Whatever that medal was for being all the way over. We should have gotten it. But just to confirm that it's in there, right? Like it's in the metal section. Chole did not go and look. What is the ideal approach for staying like dead center with soldier? Chat, is it legitimately just like, yeah, shoot every other yellow target? Like, is that the move? What is the optimal way to stick close to the center of soldier? Why are you telling Chole now that that the green targets don't have an effect? You have to really balance it, basically. So this is just every other. You know, to stay in the middle, you just shoot every other. Chole can do that. Oops, there was no lock on there. Oh shit, Chole did not look at the spawn conditions for the aces, if they have any. Oh, yeah. One of them spawns after shooting these two. Oh. There was no lock there. Okay. It says both F-20As, but then Another pair spawn. I don't think they have any effect. Need to maybe leave half for each mission. Seems doable. Oh, there's a friend. Okay. The F-16, if no Allied transport aircraft have been shot down, he will appear after 16 targets have been destroyed. Chole will just have to hope that he maybe appears. It sounds like we might not get him this time. That's fine. Free mission is a thing. Free mission is a thing. You know, we're getting aces as we go to optimize the time spent and all that. Do as few replays and such as we need to. But if Chole misses aces here and there that we need to free mission, that's fine. We'll live. We don't need a perfect run every single time. This lone AA gun. I think we already had one get shot down.
Our allies' support operation is going as planned. Continue on with your duties.
There shouldn't be two aces. Oh wait, maybe there should be. There was one for all difficulties and one... Oh, the Thunderbolt is for all difficulties. And then... Okay, this might... Hold on. What is this that just spawned? Ah, the F-16. We got it anyway. I thought one of them got shot down. I thought that's what that radio message was saying. One of them did say, we're getting shot down before the drop. So I took that as, you know, a transport got shot down, but I guess not. Unless maybe it's lenient and it's like, oh yeah, one or two can get shot down, but just not a bunch of them. Who knows? I'll take it. We're optimizing here. Even with all the aces and stuff, it already seems like this will be shorter than AC5 to me. Just based on today's progress, I don't think this will take as long or longer than AC5. Especially, we didn't even do everything in AC5. Could you imagine if we did? I'm shooting the A10 for the points, for the record. You know me. No one lives unless it's a yellow target, and I am not playing mercenary, but other than that, no one lives. I'd love to have a Star Wars Ace Combat game. Could you imagine if that sort of partnership ever happened? Like, Project Aces gets the license for it, and instead of making a new Ace Combat, they, you know, we get like a proper Star Wars game in this style. I mean, we have old Star Wars flight games that are pretty good, like Rogue Squadron. I didn't play the new Rogue Squadron, but I heard it was good. Not a big financial hit by any means. It didn't sell very well, but everyone I know who played it said it was awesome. The new one. So, you know, it's one of those things where, like, if everyone says it's good, it's probably pretty good. Like, if there's, like, a unanimous, yeah, this is a good game, I trust it. Unless it's, like, The Last of Us. I'm kidding. It's a joke. What I meant to say was Breath of the Wild.
Approaching gun range.
Squadron. Yeah. Was the new one just called Squadron? I thought it was Rogue Squadron. The new one. Am I thinking of just Squadron? It was a few years ago. Was it like 2020? 2021 maybe? Probably 2020. Feels like it was 2020. But something like that. I can't watch this anymore. What? We have a Breath of the Wild defender? You sicken me. I'm kidding. It's just not my thing. I mean, it is my thing. I enjoy it enough. I've said it before. I shit on Breath of the Wild not because it's a bad game, but because I'm like a huge Zelda fan since childhood. And for me, Breath of the Wild and Tears are just not anywhere near as special. Like they just don't have that sort of like magical feel that the old games do. They don't pull me in the same way. Isn't Squadrons locked in first person? Is it? Is it locked in first person? That would be unfortunate. I feel like all the trailers and stuff that I saw were in first person. Now they were not first person, not like this first person, but like a cockpit view. I feel like is all the footage that I saw of it was in cockpit view like this. Which is cool. But there should be both. Or all three. Of course. All three is good. Fun in VR. Yeah, one of my buddies played it a lot in VR. One of my good friends from high school picked it up and he loved it and he mostly played it in VR. That really does seem like a Star Wars flight game, like a modern Star Wars flight game in VR seems insane. Like that seems like an experience and a half to me as a big Star Wars nerd. X-Wing and TIE Fighter? Yeah, dude. If it's fiction, how is it a sim? Hey, Ace Combat is classified as a flight sim. The amount of comments I got on the Ace Combat reviews where like I open with the bit where I'm like, you know, Ace Combat 7 is a combat flight simulation game. Everyone's like, huh, he thinks this is simulation? Oh my God. You should play a real flight. I'm like, you guys. Obviously it's super like it's just the game is classified as such. I'm just the messenger here. But it's one of those things where like I don't want to correct it either because, you know, algorithm, comments equal engagement, engagement equals video go burr, so I don't want to mess with it. It's like how I could go and put a pinned comment on the video that I still get a ton of comments on regularly of people backseating me on the frog boss fight from Jedi Survivor like a year ago, more than a year ago now. I 100%ed the game over a year ago and I still have people commenting like every day on like a good strategy to actually beat them. I could go and put a pinned comment and be like, you guys, I beat the frogs like a year ago. But if I do that, then the engagement slows down. Sometimes you just got to take the loss on it and let people think you're stupid. It's a sad reality. But in a position like mine, the more stupid people think I am, the more money I make. So I have gotten very used to just letting people think that I'm stupid. I'm cool with it. Go jump into the money pit that is DCS. Yeah, a lot of them were like, you should play DCS. But I've heard Is DCS or War Thunder more aggressive with like the monetization stuff? Because I've seen the War Thunder bundles. I've seen things. Because like, holy hell, War Thunder bundles are expensive. Hold on, I want to look again. War Thunder shop. Let me just go and take a quick browse here. Let me just go and browse ye old War Thunder shop. What do we got on the special offers page here? What do we got? An F20A and some in-game currency and a premium account for less than 3 weeks. $75 seems reasonably priced, obviously. A tank, some currency, and premium account for 3 weeks, $70. Reasonable. Why is this a best? Jesus, dude. And this game is super grindy. Like, I think, to what I understand, you can theoretically unlock everything in War Thunder for free, but it's like insane levels of grind, right? All the DLC for that game is almost $4 grand. War Thunder has to have it beat then, right? Because, I mean, look at this. Hold on, go to vehicles. Yeah. Yeah, look at this. Like, on the cheap end, a tank is like $40. Oh, $30 plane. That's the cheapest thing so far. $30 plane. Oh, you have to buy it in DCS? Well, if that's the case, then they might be about equal. Where if War Thunder at least gives you the illusion that you could earn it all just by playing, like even if it's super unrealistic to do so, at least the possibility is theoretically there, right? $30 plane, $30 for a Mustang. There's choppers? There's helicopters in War Thunder? I actually didn't know that. I thought it was planes and tanks, and I thought that was it. Yeah, there's another one. Okay. There's no way to gain currency on DCS. Okay. We talking models or real things? These are to unlock access to them in a multiplayer game, Raiden. We're talking about the DLC or the monetization practices of War Thunder and DCS. Because I'm curious. I've never played either. Oh, look at that. Bro, you get 2 tanks here for $8? That's the cheapest. The starter packs, beginner packs. This is where they get you, right? They get you on the way cheaper starter packs, right? And then once you've spent like $5, $8, you know, you buy the beginner. Oh, there's a bunch of starters. Holy shit. Okay. Let's say you buy even just these 2, right? Once you've spent $10 between these 2, it's a lot easier to be like, okay, well, maybe I want some USSR tanks, and you spend another like $8, right? And then once you've spent like $18 on the game, once you've spent like $18, it's easy to spend like $10 for the British tanks. And then once you've spent 28 already, yeah, give me the French tanks too. Then once you're up to 38, give me the Swedish starter pack. And then once you get through like these, once you get through those, once you're at the point of having spent like $70, maybe you're gonna buy like a $40, $30 plane or tank, right? And it's just, you snowball. For the record, I'm not talking out of my ass on this. This is like genuinely the strategy behind having things like starter packs and variable pricing across bundles in games like these. I did a, what's it called? I did a course for live service monetization. Not in university. I did it through LinkedIn Learning. I have a certification in it from LinkedIn. I don't think it's called I think it's called like live service. I don't remember what it's called actually. I have a couple of like LinkedIn Learning certifications that I don't remember super well. To be fair, they're not the most deep, but like that's genuinely the whole scheme there. A dev talk about milking whales, yeah. It like that. It's genuinely set up to have like, and especially with them naming it like starter bundle, beginner bundle, they're literally like inviting you. They're like, hey, if you're new, here's this little $5 tank bundle, right? You can get started with a few tanks for $5. And then if you like those tanks, there's another beginner bundle for $5. Then after that, you go up to like, this one is $8. And then from there, you go up to $10. Tricks for monetizing mobile game players with free to play. That actually sounds like a really entertaining talk. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tempted about the fragment sub-munitions just because I haven't seen these. I don't know if this is the right mission. I yapped a lot there, so I don't really remember what exactly I'm getting into, but I want to try that. Regardless. If they're not great for the mission, I have missiles and machine guns. I can make it work. I'm not the heaviest special weapon user anyway. I did not look at the aces though. Hold on. Mission 6. There's a Terminator ace. Did I shoot down Gelb 1 and 2? There's a couple of them actually. Did I shoot them down on my last playthrough? I must have, right? I'll keep an eye out for them anyway. There's a soldier one. It's a growler. Appears when the player destroys all targets in any 3 sectors. Oh, their story. Okay, then I definitely got them. Yeah, we're good. We're good on that. So go through real fast and hit the targets is what I'm doing here. Destroy all targets in 3 sectors really fast for the aces to spawn. Or the one ace. That is optional. Missable, if you would. And thankfully, it's a good mission for these. I gotta try this shit out. Yeah, that's some PS2 goodness. They can milk my big fat Greek rooster. I should start saying rooster. It's actually like genuinely kind of funny. Can also completely miss things within it. It sounds about like most like sweep bombs at this point in the series. Like most of them that cover a large area. I feel like you can hit a bunch of stuff, but most of the time it's gonna miss a lot that's like within the range that you'd think it's gonna hit. I don't know if that's like a skill issue with things like RCL. RCL comes to mind in the PS2 games for that. I feel like my RCL always hits like 1 or 2 targets in the cluster and nothing else. Maybe that's just me. The monetization in War Thunder, I haven't looked at DCS before, but the War Thunder one, we've pulled that up in the past, and I remember seeing it for the first time being like, $70? $70 for a plane? Boosh, boosh. SAM site, hello. I'm not gonna get it from this angle. You know, I hit some pretty ambitious targets sometimes, but UGBs are the best bombs because they're predictable. Yeah, just a big, normal bomb. I feel like works most of the time. All the big like AoE bombs, I feel like they're just too inconsistent for me. I'll let the chopper go. And I'll shoot 2 ground targets to make up for it. Shoot 2 of these tents down. You didn't even look at the premium. Yeah, so what is premium account? What's the difference between a premium and a non-premium account? Because all those bundles give like a limited time access to premium accounts. So what's the deal there? Someone's gonna need to fill me in on that bit specifically. Aces at. Found him. Just 1 ace on this, right? Aside from the story ones, aside from Galm, it's just this guy. Beautiful. Come on. Wah. Shit. Get the XO2 like 10 minutes ago. I'm waiting for the Wyvern. I'm saving it. XO2 is the Wyvern, right? This isn't classic me mixing up all my super planes because they all start with X. Right, chat, that is the Wyvern. At some point, you know, you'd think by the time that I get through all of the games, like multiple playthroughs of each of them, that I would be able to keep track. But here we are all the way through 0 and like it's rough. Gives you more rewards and accelerated research. If you don't want to spend the rest of your life getting to the top tier, oh my god. Research. So do your vehicles like need to get progressively upgraded? Like do they level up and actively get better the more that you use them? And premium just gets you there quicker? And without it, it's an insane grind fest? Am I understanding this correctly? Still going for now.
Two crafts approaching at high speed. Let's take care of them.
These guys will be easy. These guys got nothing. So that I could actually earn the XO2 rather than having it given to me. Fair enough. It is so weird that it just gives it to you. I'm at least like not buying it until I've bought like most of the other planes at least. But I mean, some games used to do that. Oh, fuck off. God damn it. What's it? I remember games used to do that where it was like, oh yeah, if you've played a previous game in the series, here's this little reward.
Release 5 sectors under Belkan control. Cipher, let's do this right. The battle's going in our favor. Locked on.
Ace Combat. I was reading that as Armored Core, so it's a good thing that you clarified Ace Combat. They do all kind of look and feel mostly the same after 3. Like, you're really not wrong. It really is, it's mostly, like, if you like one of them, you're gonna like all of them. There are some exceptions. The handheld games feel pretty different. I'm thinking. The Assault Horizon feels very different. But like the mainline games certainly are pretty samey past 3. Like 4 and on, it's pretty much the same thing every time. Small differences, but generally the same thing. For sure. Like if the game's released on a yearly schedule, theoretically, they would have the COD problem, for sure. Or I guess nowadays it's more accurate to call it the Pokemon problem. Because holy shit, Nintendo. No one needs this many Pokemon games. No one. I don't care what anyone tells you. Especially when they come out the way they do, because yikes. That's all I gotta say on that one. Come here. You have to, hold on. Oh, it's a progress bar to unlock vehicles. Okay, so that's where the grind is that I've heard of. Where it's like, yeah, you can, what's it? Unlock the vehicles without paying for anything, like without spending a dime on the game, but it just takes an eternity. Oh my god, this guy is cracked. What the fuck? This dude's flying better than most aces in the game. Holy shit. Will continue to come as long as it prints money. Yeah, I've talked about it before. Because, you know, COD gets a lot of shit for people being like, bro, they release it every year and it's the same thing every time, right? I pulled up the numbers for people a while ago, and I haven't brought it up in a bit. So if you didn't hear it, let me drop a little truth bomb on you. In the last 10 years, including mobile games for both of them, there have been, actually I'll say, there have been 11 COD games in the last 10 years, including COD Mobile, right? Does anyone have a guess how many Pokemon games there have been in the last 10 years? Any takers on this one? Anyone willing to place a bet here? Like 30? Anyone else? Any takers? Give everyone a chance here. Guessing 18. Anyone else? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Don't Google it, you bastards. Once this guy is down, 20? 20 is a good guess. 18 is a good guess. 30 is a good guess. 42? 42 is a good guess. Not all of these guesses are created equal. It's 33. There have been 33 Pokemon games in the last 10 years. And Pokemon is like, when I say the COD problem and I say that it's more accurate to call it the Pokemon problem now, it's legitimately like, dude, they released like 3 games a year, and how much really changes? Like, for the most part, it's the same thing, just different Pokemon, right? It's like the same thing as COD. You know, same thing, different guns. Slightly different mechanics, and like, you know, obviously the maps and levels and stuff are different across both of them, but like, mostly the same thing every time. I win. That was the closest guess. 30 was the closest. Oh. So yeah, whenever people talk about Like whenever I hear the classic, you know, COD releases the same thing every year and people buy it every time, I'm like, Pokemon. Pokemon. The targeting system thing is gonna bug me so much now. Now that we actually talked about it and I got it out of my system, how much I kinda hate it. Every time that it targets something that I don't want, it annoys the shit out of me now, because I'm thinking about it. Chole flying airplanes, shocking, I know. I never fly airplanes. Is that? No, that's not on the roof. Oh, come on. Pokemon hasn't been bad until a few years ago. I feel like Pokemon was always that way, though. I feel like there used to be more difference, like in the early gens, for sure. But I think COD mostly gets it because COD is like the, what's it called? I mean, obviously, it's the biggest game in the industry, first thing. Like every year, COD is the top seller. Although last year, didn't something beat COD last year? Oh, Hogwarts Legacy beat it, that's right. I was like, I think COD was only number 2 last year, and that is true. Hogwarts Legacy was number 1 last year. But normally, COD is the number 1 seller every single year. So I think that's probably why it gets more shit. It's just, it's the bigger one. More people eat it up. Like Pokemon as an IP brings in more revenue every year than Call of Duty. But that's including like merch sales, whenever they're putting out new anime, new movies, you know, it is everything. Call of Duty like really just has the games. Pokemon has like all the Pokemon IP. The trading cards, how did I not even say the trading card game? Like Pokemon has a lot of revenue streams that COD doesn't. This time I got him, right? Surely. Come here, bitches. You may be aces, but I'm the demon lord. Not really, they call me that. I'm not joking. Why can they shoot missiles backwards? Is it intentional? It has to be, right? Because none of the other pilots in the game do that. So it has to be intentional, but just why? How do they do that?
Airspace threat eliminated. Galm Team.
There are trading cards? I know. You've probably never heard of the Pokemon trading cards. Good. Reverse missile tech. It is probably just some crazy Belkan shit. That's normally the answer. But man, it's spooky every time. They do it on purpose because the devs wanted it to be hard.
Ustio was finally liberated.
Yeah.
The tide of war.
And people complain when I say that, what's his name? Suleimani isn't that bad. Caused a meltdown in the Ace Combat Discord. But no one talks about the reverse missiles in AC0. No one talks about, what, Gelb? Are they Gelb, right? That's why, yeah, Gelb. I forgot that fast, who I had just shot down. Okay, I need to shoot a little more on the yellow targets. I'm not quite shooting enough of them. We're slowly trending towards night, and we don't want to go all the way. Apparently some of them are pretty valuable. Oh yeah, Pokemon cards are like the rare ones are very valuable. Hold on.
The true nature of the war begins from this point forward.
I literally typed in most expensive on Google, and like the third autofill result was Pokemon card.
Everyone is a hero and
The top 20 most expensive Pokemon cards ever. There's a whole article for this shit.
And what is peace? All questions commonly asked about any war
What's
in
the most
history.
expensive? Come on. Scroll to number
As
1.
the battlegrounds move to Belka, he is also thrust into the middle of this war. This is also where my interests shift.
Yeah,
from
get
the
ready
war
for that.
To him.
The most expensive is a 1998 Illustrator Pikachu that sold in March of 2022 for $5.275 million.
And V2, a weapon of mass destruction. The Allied forces' top brass have decided.
So yeah, the really rare ones get pretty expensive. They're pretty valuable. Make sure to bomb more tents next time. I do. I gotta do it. We gotta commit more war crimes. Just a little more. Is this mission 8? No, this is 7.
Situated at the peak of Mount Freya, the ruins of Gladysant have been transformed into a modern base with anti-aircraft artillery and powerful defense system.
So, for 7?
The Galm Team's mission is to launch an aerial strike on Gladysant, opening the door to Belka for our ground troops. In all probability, this will be an extended operation. You will be able to refuel during the latter.
Okay, this is a challenge one.
If you're low on fuel, temporarily withdraw from the battle and return to base. Good luck.
Since air combat, when flankers were doing Cobras. Oh, dude, and it's not like actively cheating, but also air combat on hard mode. How they'll zip in like at full speed. Like you'll get like a MiG-31 flying in behind you at full speed. And then launching a missile point blank. Like they come in from where you can't even see them on radar. And then as they are literally up your ass, they let a missile go and it hits you guaranteed. The AI on air combat hard mode does not fuck around. They do some crazy shit. I can't imagine thinking it was a good idea to spend $5 mil on a trading card. Well, it's one of those things where it's like, they're valuable because people are willing for like a card like that that's like one of a kind. It's like a collector item. They're literally valuable because there's perceived value and no other reason, right? So I was like, well, yeah, there's gonna be someone down the line. They're literally NFTs. They're a million times better than NFTs because they exist, but they're real world NFTs. That's legitimately the best way to put it. Tiger Shark might be good for this. The subterranean mountain maneuvers. Look, the Belkan tech that lets them fly through the floor and through the mountains and the ocean. That's perfectly fair. Appears from the northern border if the player earns 5,000 plus points in the first 7 minutes of the mission. 7 minutes. How long is this mission? I've only done air combat on normal. I'm gonna dread. Dude, hard mode on air combat is so difficult. If you don't use the save system and like you actually play it like an arcade game as it's designed, it is so hard. It is so hard. You know, if you don't just save after every mission and then load that save when your favorite plane gets shot down, the game is really brutal. Oh, look at that. I can get a nice look at it without the piss filter. I still think air combat might be the hardest game in the series. Like at this point, out of all of them that I've done. Because I also, starting there for like the hardest difficulty journey, it was wild. Because like I really thought the whole series was gonna be that hard. And nothing has been that hard since. Nothing. Ooh. Ooh, I was like, what does the animation button do? It's not a lot, but it's fancy. You know, I can just, ooh, look at it. Anything that's collectible is being turned into an investment, which in some cases is really scummy, especially on the aftermarket. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of, hasn't it always been that way? Or am I crazy? I feel like collectibles have always been that way. Where there's always going to be someone who's like, oh, that's worth like millions of dollars. I'm going to buy it because in a few more years, I'll be able to sell it for like an extra, you know, 1 or 2 million. I feel like people have always done that. But maybe I'm crazy. Jet Black F5. Yeah. Hold on. A couple things that I have to look at. Oh, I can see my medals from right here. See, I thought I had to go all the way back to the main menu. Mercenary Ace. I'm assuming that's the Supreme Mercenary. This, okay, there it is. Had to be sure that we had this. Thankfully, we did get it. Of course, I had no doubt that I would. I just, you know, you got to check. So is this just for completing the game in the Ace category, or sorry, in the Mercenary category? And then this one is for being all the way at the end of the spectrum? You get like one for each. Like this will be just for being in Soldier, and then this will be for like being right in the middle. What's that last one? Who have achieved the highest marks under the most severe conditions in battle? What? How do you get Supreme Soldier? Someone said in chat a few days ago that it's for being like at least very close to like perfectly in the middle. Like you want to be right in the center of it. Oh, Ace S rank? That might be what it is. And then, yeah, the Ace board. Just to admire it real quick. There's some new additions here. This guy. Here's the Gelb boys. We got a bunch of new aces. We got a decent bit into expert. Good progress was made. S rank all missions on each difficulty. Is it actually each, or is it like normal and above? Please tell me it's just normal and above. I can do normal and above. But don't tell me I've got it, because how many difficulties are there? Oh, I don't. There's a lot. There's like easy. I think there's very easy. Don't turn me into a diecast miniature. They did. They already did. Anyway, it's about that time, and I got big video things to be doing. Trust me, big things. If you're someone who is a regular, or even if you're not, and you're just like, I might stop around again. Feel free to go vote in that poll that's linked at the top of chat, by the way. Wink wonk. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing Armored Core 100%. I've been doing Ultra Kill P ranks, so trying to get every mission perfected on Ultra Kill. At least that's currently in the game, because the game is still early access, but you know. What else? Metal Gear. We've been doing Metal Gear stuff. S ranking every Devil May Cry game as well. We've been doing a lot. Feel free to come back for any of it. If you're looking for links to anything outside of YouTube to engage with the community, check out the links in the description. Things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever you're looking for, it's down there. Again, vote in the poll if you have any interest in like just extra streams to kind of like fill out the week whenever I have an extra day or something. That's what that's for. It's for like, yeah, when I've got a little spot where I'm not really like planning on much, I can just throw something like this in there. That's what that's for. So if you're interested, make sure to go and vote on that real quick. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.